bollocks. Utter bollocks. I don't know what happened there. Something got clicked. Let's try again. Hi, this is DarkFox127 and welcome to the first development video for the Chicken Reborn. If you don't know what the chicken is, you've never tried it, then you can go ahead and check him out on my website. It's more of a less serious, more funny mod of mine, and I decided I wanted to go ahead and just recreate it because I had some new ideas and I've actually redone the whole model for him. So I think what I'll do in this stream just to start off is I'll just show the new model, explain a little bit about a lot of the scripting I've already done, and then we'll move on just to mess about and do a bit of scripting for him. A lot of this will be scripting, so if scripting bores you, you might not want to hang around for this one. But there is definitely going to be a lot of scripting in this. And I've just realised I don't want that on. Yeah. So, the chicken. This... Jesus Christ. Really? Really, Creation Kit? Is that the first thing we want to show viewers about the new version of the mod? Is his backside? Right. Spinning around to the front. This is the new chicken. The old chicken had just that backpack. The new chicken has like a little horse saddle wrapped around him, which was a pain in the arse to do. And I'm no expert at meshes, no expert at nifscope, so it's a bit of a bodge, but at the end of the day it works. So he's got his little lantern on there now, satchel on there, he's got a little sort of pot that he can cook with, even though he doesn't do any cooking. But yeah, the chicken is no ordinary follower basically. He's an asshole. He will do all sorts of random stuff as you activate him, and he can either do something awesome or do something that's just going to completely screw with your game. So he's not to be trusted basically, and he has a love for gems. But that's the new model that I worked on. I think we'll go in game shortly and we'll see what's working, what isn't. And basically I program a load of random actions that he does. So it works off like a random integer, and then depending on what the number lands on, kind of like rolling a dice, it'll do a little action. So it can do all sorts of things. Hoping my mouse won't be a pain in the arse because it's kind of half broken. But check the chat. Chicken. Not to be trusted. No, he's not. He's not to be trusted. Okay, let's do what I said we were going to do. Just have a little look. So rather than have everything under one heavy script, I thought I'd split it out a bit, and it should be fine performance wise, because rather than it being a very lengthy script that does a shitload of stuff, they're pretty much, there can be longish scripts, but it goes through just, like I say, it rolls a dice, picks a number, and then does a single action and finishes. The script shouldn't be really heavy. I can't see how it would be ridiculously heavy. It'd take a little bit of time just to quickly run through these, a second or so, and then it should just like do its thing and cut off. I've never had any crashes from this with the previous version or anything, and it's actually a bit tidier than the old one. So I've got all my properties here for all the different things, items that he uses to interact, messages that he has to show up, leveled items and stuff that he has to throw at you, idols that he has to play, all that there. Then the first thing I've got is on hit, so if you hit him and you have what's going to be called friendly fire turned on, he's going to moan at you. But if you turn that off in the menu, he won't say anything. So the idea of this mod now is to just add more to the MCM for this. The first one didn't have an MCM, second one did, but it was too basic, too crappy, not enough choice. But this one's going to let you really control what he can and can't do. So if you don't like some of the restrictions or things that he does to really piss you off, then a lot of them you can turn off. Some people probably argue that takes away the fun of the mod, and if that's the case, you can leave them all on. So on activate, first thing it's going to do, it's going to check if you are sneaking. So if you crouch down and he's following you, you'll be able to access his inventory. Otherwise, if you're not crouched down, or he's following you or not, you'll just do what's called poke. So that's the way I pretty much class this, is like poking him. And when you poke him, this is when it does a number of random things. So I've got like random integers here for different values that need to be decided throughout the script. And it's just if it lands on 1, if it lands on 2, 3, 4, and so, excuse me, fuck's sake, and so on. At the minute, just poking him, he has 25 random actions that he can perform. However, I plan to hopefully double that for poking him, so he'll have about 50 random things that he can do. That's the first script. Second script is combat. So the thing with combat and chickens is obviously they don't do combat. Chickens don't do combat. It'd take some pretty crazy skill in the creation kit and with meshes and such to get a chicken to do combat, I think. I've messed around with it, I couldn't get it to work. So I've had to do it script wise. So depending on different situations and scenarios, a script will fire off, different events will fire off, like when he's hit by something, when he's targeted by someone, when he changes combat stance. That's how the combat's going to work. So then it's going to force things through scripts to happen. So if he gets clonked on the head, it's randomly going to attack the aggressor with a spell or something. So it'll appear like he's doing combat. Again, something you can turn off. If you just want him to be a tank and get in the fucking way, you can do that. You can turn combat off. But if you want him to try and do stuff, you can have him do it. So I even want, I've got a function called start combat. So as soon as combat starts, as soon as you enter a battle, at the minute there's up to 10 things that he can do randomly. Well, 9, I've got to do the 10th. There's up to 10 things he can do randomly. So if we end up combining a lot of these actions together, he's going to end up with well over 100 random actions that he can perform. So you're going to get a lot of hours of fun out of him. The other thing I've got is location. So this is going to be triggered when you walk into a new place. So say you walk into an inn, he'll hand you a mug or something to get him a beer, or you'll walk into some battle area and he'll be like, oh crap, you're going to need a weapon. He'll do a load of random things. So I'm planning on having a shitload of things that the chicken does when you enter a location. So say if you enter a player home, he used to make you sweep the floor because he thought it was dirty, or he'd just comment on the place and say this looks terrible, you need a new player home. So he'll do random things like that. The other one is loading. So as soon as the game loads, when you load up a save, as long as he's with you and following you, he'll have a comment to say, or he'll do something else random. So he might ask you where the hell you've been, or he might just quit the game. He just might make the game close and be like, nah, don't like you. He'll do all sorts of random stuff. That's basically the idea. That's how the script works. So, have you made a fully voiced follower yet? No. Don't do followers really now. Don't do fully voiced anyway. It's too much effort and beyond my skill. The chicken has been reborn. Can you make him shout? Don't think I can. Not in the general sense. It might be possible, but probably not. But things are going to work off that combat script. So, but yeah, that's the general workings. I've gone through. I'm being really careful with different settings, making sure you can actually level with a player. So as you level up, he levels up. As he levels up, he'll be able to do different things, have better abilities. So good example is the conjuration. If you're a level 1 and he's obviously minimum level 5, he's only going to be able to conjure a flame atronach. But if you're like a veteran at the game, he'll be leveled up to 70 along with you, and he'll be able to conjure like a Dremora. So he's not going to be overpowering in any kind of way. The speed, I think I might need to adjust. It depends how the following goes. Factions, he's actually just part of the chicken faction for now, but things might need changing. He actually has a relationship with the player, so he's an ally, and he's actually a foe to someone. AI data, he's naturally unaggressive, but if you piss him off, he won't be very happy. He's foolhardy, so he's not going to run from a fight. He's got a disgusted mood. He helps allies, but he doesn't have friends. And what else have we got? Combat style doesn't really matter. AI packages, not yet. And he actually has his own gem collection because he's quite a fan of gems. So we'll carry that around with him. Torch, which is quite funny actually. I don't think he needs a torch because he'll have an option for candlelight. He'll be able to cast that if he goes into a dark area. Spell. This is where I am going to experiment with the shouting. So he's got Chicken Force, but I haven't tested to see if that works just yet. Sounds, animations, attack data, blah blah blah. So it's essential and unique. I was thinking of having the option for him to die, but I don't think that'd work out very well. I mean, I could put like a little grave or something and you could resurrect him. That'd work with the Reborn thing, but for now I'm going to leave it. He's obviously a bit chicker. He's a bit bigger than the average chicken, which we'll see. And there's a number of other things. I've just whipped together like a test cell here, so it's going to be his throne room. But you're not actually going to go in here. His inventory is going to work off a container rather than his own actual inventory because of the way that the system's going to work. So that's him so far. And I think we need to probably just go in and test a few things out and just see him in action. That's probably what most people are going to really want to see. So we'll load that up now. Let me just think. Yeah. Okay. Utility room is where we're going to want to go. Gonna have to hope he's actually enabled. Not sure if he is. Okay. That is just real force of habit. So I put CT underscore before everything now. Here we go then. Ah, there he is. Okay, so that's him there. So like I say, if we crouch and activate him, we actually need to be following, so I can't do the inventory thing. I haven't set the follow system up yet, but I have clicked on him and he's taken some gold off me. So chicken does not approve of your attire. Chicken does nothing. Chicken is an Eleonora fan. Chicken does nothing again. Chicken gives you the shakes. You can see the screen actually shook there. Chicken has decided you need a break from this realm and has given you 3 choices. Ah, oh, for God's sake. I can either quit the game, or quit the game. I've got to see if this actually works. So. It'll actually save it and then it should quit the game. Yeah, so I'm going to have to load that back up. Little bastard. See what I mean? That's what you can expect from this mod. It is by no means for serious playthroughs, but I've even put little safety features like the auto-saving just in case. But it's a lot of fun. It's just built around pure fun. That's what this is. And I'm even going to try and make him lore friendly as well, like I did with the second version. This is mostly a mod for just myself to have some fun and for a couple of friends of mine that really enjoy it. And it never really kicked off last time. And it'd be a shame if it didn't kick off this time. Hey meatbag. But it'd be good if you could like share the link of the website and do me a favour. Let's see if we can really hype this little bastard up. Because it would be good if a lot of other people could like see the mod and enjoy it. Oh great, this is like the wonderful glitch No, it isn't. I've gone to the wrong one. I've gone into Corinthia Towers bloody utility. I have that tower on my mind. Right, let's hope he doesn't make us quit the game. Don't know if you heard that. He farted. Now chicken demands respect. That hasn't worked. That should force you to salute him. The chicken has searched you for any gems you may be carrying and has taken them from you for his own collection. So yeah, if you were carrying any gems whatsoever, every single one of them's probably gone now. And you won't be able to get them back off him. The chicken has an itch. The chicken is bored, so he decides to sacrifice a beggar. And I don't think this has worked yet. Can't get this one to work, but he should drop dead pretty much as soon as he comes back. Chicken demands respect. That hasn't worked again. Chicken is always watching you. That's interesting. The chicken has taken your weapon to prevent you from harming yourself, and the option to confirm is bastard. And as you can see, it's actually just removed the weapon. The chicken laid an egg. The chicken's an Eleonora fan again. He's going to make me quit the game in a minute, I know he is. You write chicken's memoirs. You'll notice I don't refer to the chicken as a him or a her, but generally for myself I like to think of him as a boy, but somebody put along the fact that he doesn't necessarily have to be a he. So what I wanted to do is have a gender option in the MCM where you can change the gender of the chicken. That wouldn't affect the messages, but it would affect the fart. Basically. It would change the fart sound. Chicken doesn't approve of your attire. And I'm going to freeze to death, apparently. Chicken's giving me the shakes. It's just farted again. Sneak. He'll train you in Sneak. He's a Kevin Van Noord fan. Eleonora fan. Laid an egg. Chicken requires sustenance. You will cook something immediately. Thanks for the support. Puts you in a cook outfit. Chicken wants to go outside. That one is basically to do with if you're inside he wants to go out, and if you're outside he'll make it rain. Yes. Chicken is always watching you. That's going to change. If there'll be an option for head tracking, so he'll be looking at you when he's following you, and if you've got head tracking off it'll make him look at you for a short period of time, and if you've got head tracking on it'll just come up with that message. Chicken's granted you a wish. Let's see somewhere nice. Let's get out of this place. So he should be here somewhere. He should be with us. He should be transported with us somewhere, but I don't know if it has. Well, it's sent me to see somewhere nice at least. He's not up here, is he? Bloody hell's it done with him? Shit back on. He should have been teleported with us, but hasn't been for some reason. Ah, there he is. So the other reason is for exactly what you're kind of starting to do in the chat. And the other reason why I've streamed this is I just wanted ideas for random stuff that he can do. Now I probably won't accept a lot of it because I'm going to be very particular, but just some general ideas of stuff that you can do when you click on him, because we want a load of random actions. We want this to be really fun. We want people to play this for hours and always see something new if we can. The chicken has decided that you know. Oh, for fuck's sake. Probably a good time this time. Any pages I haven't quit the game. So he's quitting the game again. Other thing I haven't mentioned is you can change his colour, but I've got to see if we've got any way that we can do that. We need a way with scripting to try and change the texture, but I don't think there's actually a way. So if I can't do it with scripting, it'll be an installation option, where you'll be able to choose what colour you want. You just pretty much switch the file out, kind of thing. So that is the chicken, basically. If this guy upstairs doesn't calm down, I'm going to go and give him a good slap in the face, I think. Or I'll just shout up first. So yeah, any suggestions for random crap you can do would be good. Chicken hands your divorce papers. That'd be interesting if you were married to him. He could hand you some sort of letter, not divorce papers, because he doesn't actually like anybody, is the idea. Right, so there were a couple of things that didn't work. Salute was one of them, I think. Although I might not be focusing on trying to fix things in this one. I'll just see if there's anything I can see. Demands respect is what we're looking for. That's it. Idle salute. That doesn't work that way. I'm going to have to find another way of doing that. There should be. So that might be possible. Some idols are very weird and don't play for some reason. It's a shame. Chicken, hasn't it? Right. Combat. I've got a 10th option to add here, which I'm going to leave for now. So I've got some more ideas. Combat actions is actually performing the combat. So I have got the old scripts lying around here, which I'm using as a reference. It's not part of interact skills, I think. Edit the notepad. There we go. Chicken skills. These are the old scripts, but they're a bit messy and they need tidying up and just being a bit more professional. So I didn't really just want to copy the scripts over. I wanted to go over them and see what I can do to improve them. Combat start. On hit. So most of the combat has to happen when someone's hit him over the head. If it's the player do that I've already incorporated in a different way. AK, aggressor, player, friendly fire if the chicken is set to combat ready firing, that one. If not, so there's not a chance of him doing nothing. So he's always going to do something. Okay then. I think Chick Ret is for retaliation, if I remember correctly. We're going to need a very similar system to this. So start combat. Let me check this on combat start. If he's following, so I've pretty much got to make sure that he's following you, otherwise this is going to happen at any point. Start combat cloak. If start combat equals 1. Okay. So basically the first thing to do is state that if he is not following me, don't do anything. That's what I've got to put at the start of all of these events. Do nothing. Else if. There we go. So if he's following you, it'll go along and do some of this stuff. Yeah, start combat. What I really need to do is set up the follow system so we can actually take them about the place and really test them. Large chicken gives you an egg that overcomes you, so you have to take time to drop it. That'd be interesting because I have got an egg sort of system. Hope you got a good browser for them tabs. I don't want anything that'd be too game breaking. He does have like 3 locations at the minute that it will randomly take you to. Slowly drain health when in combat. I think I'm going to try and do more positive things when he's in combat with you. So I could do something like he can heal you every now and then. What I was thinking of doing anything negative with combat is have him spawn a couple of extra enemies to make it more of a challenge. That's a nice idea. So an egg sort of thing. I could probably incorporate an egg that is very heavy. So it's a little annoying sort of thing. Here we go. You see what it is with the egg is there's actually a... Ooh, what is it? I think it's about a 10% chance that you can... Or was it... Might be a 20% chance that you pick up a golden egg when he lays one. So I could actually make it also a 20% chance that the egg you pick up is very heavy. Else if. So I wasn't actually going to stream tonight, but plans changed slightly. And I've got the time. Golden egg. So what we're going to want another egg, aren't we? Egg golden. We're going to want heavy egg. And then we're going to want to actually give the player a very heavy egg. And we're going to want to put that to 4, so if it lands on 4. As you can imagine, this actually makes testing very difficult because I have to keep clicking on him for like a long time to get every random chance thing to happen. Because there's not only a random chance that he picks one of these 25 actions, but then there's also a random chance in random chances that he'll do something in that action. So we're going to need a heavy egg message and then a heavy egg item. So I have to go up and copy them. Extra ingredient. Heavy egg message. And then go into miscellaneous message and egg. The chicken laid a very heavy egg. It's quite good. Pick up. No idea here. Struggle to pick up, so create new, yeah. Then we actually need the item, don't we? So the easiest thing to do is find a normal chicken egg, which amazingly is not called a fucking egg at all. Oh yes it is, ingredients, that's what I was going to say. I think it's bird 3 actually. So it's going to be... Where's that gone? Heavy egg. Value of... let's really piss people off. Let's make it a very high value egg. But the problem is it's that heavy you can't get it anywhere. And now I just know some sad bastard is going to end up picking it up physically in the game and then just dragging it to a store, to which point they can pick it up and walk very slowly through the door to sell it. Weight is going to be only 1,000. Let's not make it too heavy. That'll be nice and annoying. So you won't actually be able to take it anywhere. And let's be a dick. And let's see if we can. Oh no, it's shader. I think there's a default script for shader. Magic shader apply. Put some magical effect around it. Effect shader. No, there's a different script to that. Something else. Default effect shader. It's far more simple. That's the one. Ghost effect shader. That could be interesting. Create a new version of that. Save that. Come out and autofill them. That's good. And that should do it. Whoa! Quite an active chat today. Produces some skeletons. I might do something like that. About becoming its followers. I have actually done that in the past. I had one where he actually spawns a cow, so he's got a friend called Cow, and that's quite cool. It was a bit dodgy that. It was quite funny. You had a chicken running after you, and then behind the chicken you had a big cow running. Immersion. Is the chicken using any DLC resources? Nope, none whatsoever. Just vanilla. And you'll be the one to drag it around somewhere just to sell it. Lovely. Someone will do it. Of course you won't get the full 2,000 value because they put a percentage of how much they're going to give you. There you go. Okay then. So the only thing that wasn't working is Salute, which I'm not going to go through all the hassle of trying to research now. See if we can add some combat to him or something. I didn't try whacking him on the head actually. Although might be worth checking out the official mod page of the Chicken Returns just to see how I did set up the following. I think it was using a ring, but I can't remember if I had some other way of doing it as well. Let's take a look. See if I've put it in. Getting started. Last time I did like a book, which was quite fun. I'm not going to bother with that. Yeah. You know how to use the ring is tricky. No, you have the book. I read it. If you had to go slots, further instructions on how things work. Yeah, I think you pretty much just put the ring on him, and then that allowed you to do stuff. Alright then. Yeah, I don't think there's anything DLC wise that I'm really going to take advantage of with this mod, so let's show you the different colours. I don't know if I've set them up. I've got classic on here. It depends how I've done the folder structure, if I've done it yet. Let's go textures. I don't know where I'm going. Here we are. Skins. Few different skins. I could have had more, but I'm just going to stick to these ones for the moment. I can always add more after. Black, classic, speckled and white. A white chicken or a black chicken is awesome. What I need to do is point toward them with texture sets. So. Well, I think I didn't really bother with this yet because I need to research a way of doing it. Working on a mod that contains a custom voice follower that I'd like to give the ability to turn into a useful rideable horse or dragon when player wants. Talk about stretching skill level. It's going to take me a year to figure it out. Let's see. Looking for something along the lines of armour. TCR, so there's classic. Skin it uses standard. Just confirm that for now. And what you could do is probably just dump texture sets on top. Skin, isn't it? It's the actual skin that we're after. So, skin. Classic. Okay, so we're looking at armour and armour add-on. I wonder. I do wonder. Armour add-on script. No. It's interesting. This could be quite weird. Change all ebony armour to appear as orcish armour. Armour add-on or curious AA. Get form as armour. Say armour no. Fucking hell. So get the armour add-on. Get the orcish file. Get form as armour. Ebony curious. Get that. Set model. File path. Set ebony armour model path to orcish armour only affects male actors in third person view. That is very weird. Yeah, so if I was going to armour path armour and if armour. Remember that the function sets string values for armour add-on objects, not armour objects. You can use get armour object to quickly retrieve armour objects. Shit. That might be a bit much. Just seems a bit iffy to me. Get weight class, get armour. Okay, set armour rating. That's what we were just looking at. Okay, so that's interesting. What's set armour then? Scuzzy. Not a bad thing to require Scuzzy for your mod anyway. If you don't have Scuzzy then you can't have a lot of mods. Switch the male and female ground or inventory models of the players equipped to curious. Armour. Body armour is game.get player get worn form as armour. String file path. Body armour get the path false. Body armour set to body armour. It's weird. Yeah, I'll leave that for now. But just so you can see the different skins, I'll set these up. So, let's go with the black one. Yeah, texture sets then. I'm going to need texture sets. Set these up. I'm hoping to do a video on this tomorrow, texture sets, for people that aren't aware of how to do it. Now we need to know the other thing there. What the name of the normal is for the actor. Normal for a chicken, and confirm that. Then from there we can just do the others fairly easy. Of course, Windows is making it 10 times more annoying. All kinds of colours. Create new, yep. There we go. Yay! Wrong one. What's that? Easy peasy. Create new, yes. Then we want white. New, yeah. Speckled. And that's that. Armour. Black. And what do we want here? That one. Double check that. That's fine. White. And speckled. Oh. There we go. Hopefully we can just change the skin then. See how he looks. So click that off. Right then, let's see if we can just change the skin, shall we? should be in the selection, and then you can just change which one. Speckled looks exactly the same. Don't know what's going on there. It might be the wrong texture. I can redo that. That's practically the same. That's weird. Okay then. Black's probably going to be a very popular one. Excuse me a moment. No idea what the hell that was, but something going on. Alrighty then. So the colour changes will work, it's just a matter of getting them to change via a script rather than having to do it with a plugin for each of them, because that'd be a shame. Right. That can close. But this stream won't be going on for too much longer anyway. I just wanted to do a quick hour's worth kind of thing. So we'll do a little bit of scripting if we can. It. And what do we want? Combat action. So I've got all these different combat things here. This is going to need the same as on the top here. Doing nothing. If blah blah blah. And we're also going to want a random integer created here. Paste that there. 1 to 10. 10 actions will do for now. And always expand on this with future updates. Start combat. That's going to need to change. This one's going to be combat action. And then depending on the number that it lands on, it'll do something appropriate. Combat action. There we go. Then we can start typing some stuff in. Now, a lot of this, well, yeah, pretty much all of it's going to be spell casting. So, just a matter of remote casting different spells. But I think I want to try and work this off leveling systems as well now. It's tricky stuff. So maybe if we had 3 sort of levels to this. What do we got? Combat style there and that. Oh, combat's a bit of a tricky one to work with. Leave that for the minute. Location changing, load game. Let's see if we can hunt those old scripts down for loading got. Because that is an interesting one. Lost, load game. Different things that he's going to do depending on the location. Click load, blah blah blah, clicking files. See, there's so much it's checking here that it does not need to be doing. On play load game. That's simple, is it? Okay. It's performing like the same check loads of times, and it doesn't need to be doing that. So, first thing it wants to do is check if the chicken is following you. So if the chicken, in fact, yeah, if the chickens follow you, go and do this. If he's not following you, don't do anything. It's that simple. So we're going to want, well, what has this got all listed? And, I suppose, and we want an integer. I have a global variable here that needs to be enabled for this. Locations, inventory, head tracking, following, FF and combat. So it needs to be following you, and that needs to be enabled. Before I carry on, I need to just put those global variables in. Following, put those global variables in. Whoa, what happened there? Following is undefined. There we go. No. Oh my god. Damn thing. There we go. Try that again. So I'm just going to check these, because these should only be happening on certain things being set. On hit, if the aggressor is open for any fire is on activate. If following and sneaking is activated, blah 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 blah, that's fine. Combat is going to have to check the combat state, so if he's not following you, do that. So it needs to be if he's following and blah blah blah. So if he's not following, do that. And okay, he's not following, but he is following, so you go down and then you go otherwise if that should work, if my logic's right. If combat equals 0, again, do nothing. However, if he's following you and combat is not 0, and it's actually active, then continue on to do that. That's fine. That's going to moan because it hasn't got this. There we go. Autofill that, and we're done. Interact should be fine. Check it anyway. Load game is fine. Just going to save it. So, I like how the chat was really active. Now everyone's just like, gone. Right. Let's have a look. Hit base. Still streaming, yes. Good stuff. Combat interact load game. Load game is this stuff. And what else? Any other ideas are greatly appreciated. I've covered so much stuff myself. It's just I get a complete mind block on random stuff for him to do. But there's so much to, the one with the whole note being handed to you, I can do something like that. That'd be cool. I'm thinking maybe I could get him to give you a coupon that was like that has an expiry date back in the Oblivion times, so it's already out of date when he gives it you. So you think you're getting something cool, and then it's like, nope, it's out of date. What else? So this has got 17 actions for when the player loads a game. Can always add more than that. I've got an idea for what I want to do. So this is checking the random integer, checking that the loading thing is turned on, and it's checking that he's following you, whereas our new script is doing that first before it moves on to the actual function of checking things over. So this is going to be function load up, I'm going to call it. That is far shorter than having that every single bloody time. That'll be a lot better. Load up, end event should be end function. Didn't miss too much, just a bit of scripting and going over the different colours that we've got for him. Okie dokie. What are we doing? Why was speckled wrong? Did I set that right? That's why speckled was wrong. Just figured it out. Recheck that now. It's normal. Let's close that. Skins should all be fine now. Black, classic, speckled, white. Speckled looks like he's come out with some sort of a rash. There we go. I'm going to put in black for a while. Hopefully I can get a script that will change that, because that'd be awesome. Location load game. Let's have a look. What we're going to do on first load. What have we got here? The chicken welcomes you back. I think that's too polite for the chicken, I've got to be honest. What we do need is a random sort of utility thing going on here. What are we looking at? One of these. Let's aim for 25 random actions this time around for loading the game. Okay. And then if int load up equals 1. I'm skipping naught now because it makes it so much easier to do stuff. Else if actually utility.wait 2 seconds, time to happen. Message box, I'm going to do an actual message for this one. The reason I'm going to do an actual message box instead of debug is because I want to actually change what the confirmation button is here. So the chicken, we'll have him welcome you back. He's not always an asshole. Chicken welcomes you back. Thank you. Otherwise by default it's okay. So it's a bit crap. Thank you. Okay. Now then, message box, that's fine. That show. And load up is undefined. Don't know how. That's how. Just thought that this stream might be interesting to have people see how I've done some of this cool stuff. So is he going to be normal colours, or could he be made, say, purple? Well, I'm just going to have those few... I'll be right back, just checking email. I'm just going to have those few options to begin with. Those 4 colour options. It's going to be black, white, speckled and classic. And then later on I can always add in some crazy colours if I want. So I could do purple and all sorts, yellow, anything I really wanted, to be honest. Stripy ones, all sorts. So I've got the chicken welcoming you back. The chicken wants something to eat immediately. Okay, that could link back up with something else that we had. It's going to interact. Let's get the clothes for the chef. Put those in there. That one. And do that. So I'm going to reuse a couple of things. Wait. Where is it? Chicken's memoirs, laid an egg. Chicken stares at you. Equipping item. Chicken doesn't approve your attire. Chicken wants to go outside. The chicken has been singing. The chicken has a gift for you. Chicken thinks you look ugly. Chicken makes you save. Chicken wants you to cook. There we go. Should be okay. Third person message. Excuse me. Message cook. What am I missing? What do you mean, unknown user flag? That's it. Load game, fill the properties. Wonderful. Just save that. See ya. Stream die again for anyone else. Shouldn't have died. So I don't know what's going on there. Doesn't matter anyway, because I'll be ending it momentarily. There we go. It's gone black now. That's cool. One of the other colours choices. That's awesome. Let's just add another event onto, and then I'll probably call it there. But people seem to like him, which is good. It's actually one of my mods a lot of people have no idea ever actually made, and I've never seen it before. What else did we have here that I want to use? Chicken killed some bandits during your absence. Spell wrong. Here's some loot. He's some loot. He has. Damn, grammar's bad here. Okay. Bandit. That's interesting. I definitely want to put that back in. Chicken ignores you. Chicken has a gift for you to reuse. Chicken needs a break. Requires gold for some shoes. Oh, I could put something back in. So look, see if we can reuse one and reword it. So there should be a gold one here, where he takes some money off you. There we go. Chicken needs money to go shopping. You must pay the chicken for leaving his side. Now that's bad, because I'm referring to him as a he. I don't want to do that, really. I want to keep it open for people to decide what gender. This might be another message box thing I'm going to need. Load up, give gold. Int gold amount. Ooh. Detailed now. Lookup is already defined. That needs changing. Gold amount. Player ref is undefined. That should sort that. Remove gold. There we go. And I'm actually going to need a message for this. There we go. The chicken requests some gold. The chicken requests some gold for the time spent alone. There we go. And did I put requests? He doesn't do requests, he demands. So it's technically wrong. He doesn't really request, he just demands things and gets what he bloody well wants. That's more like it. And I think on that note, I'll probably end the stream. Let's just check the chat over. Just getting comfortable. Liking the chicken. Are you going to put on Nexus when you're done? I don't know if you mean that model, this model go on Nexus. Pretty much the only place I'm going to upload now apart from my Google Drive. Right then, yep, that'll probably be it for this stream. But if you want further information or you want to try out the existing version of the chicken, which is still a real good laugh and includes a lot of what's in here, this is just going to have a lot more features, more polished off, a lot more actions obviously. But the chicken returns, you can watch the video that GameSpot did, and if you really like it, you can go ahead, download it, play around with it. See what you think, and feel free to leave me some feedback in my contact form, anything like that. So you can obviously go to my website for all that, www.darkfox127.co.uk, as shown on the screen there. I am active on social media, mostly Facebook. Everything else is pretty much automated, so I don't tend to reply to tweets or anything like that. Yeah, hit that like and subscribe button over on YouTube if you haven't already after this is uploaded, and also leave comments in the comment section below. Let me know what you think, if you've actually played the chicken before, if you're going to give them a try, and if you're looking forward to the new version, anything that you want to contribute, like ideas wise, and I'll see what I can do. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll speak to you next time.